All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about an American city. But really, it's a story about identity, about industry, and, the incredible art of reinvention. And that city? It's Akron, Ohio.
So, what really defines an American city? I mean, think about it. Is it just the skyline, the people walking the streets, or is it that one big thing, the thing that put it on the map in the first place? Well, for Akron, Ohio, that answer was, for a long time, super simple. It was rubber. I mean, they were literally the rubber capital of the world. This was the home of giants like Goodyear, a city basically built on the bounce of a tire. But here's the thing. A city's past is just the start of its story, right? So today, we're going to dig into how a city can honor a legacy that powerful without getting trapped by it. Let's find out how Akron managed to write its next chapter.
Okay, so first things first. To get where Akron is now, we've got to understand the foundation. We're talking about the boom years, the time that really forged this city's character.
This timeline, it's like a perfect snapshot of the city's DNA. So way back in 1825, it all starts along the Ohio and Erie Canal. That was super strategic, made it a key transport hub. Then, boom, 1898, Goodyear's founded, and that ignites the rubber boom that would define the city for decades. But hey, it wasn't a work and no play. In 1934, they started a cultural touchstone, the first ever All-American Soapbox Derby. And that's a tradition that's still going strong today.
And what's really cool is that you can actually walk through this entire history all in one place. The new Akron History Center, it's not just some stuffy museum. It's a physical timeline you can literally explore from the ground up.
Okay, this is what I think is brilliant. The architecture itself tells the story. On the ground floor, the floor is a giant 1899 canal map. It's right there, representing Akron's origin as that transport hub. Then you go up a level, and what are you walking on? Rubber tiles. It's a nod to its peak as the rubber capital. Just a super clever way to connect you to the city's timeline, right? And, that industrial spirit didn't just produce tires. It produced incredible people. This quote from President Reagan about the Challenger crew, it honors Akron's own Judith Resnick. It's just a powerful reminder that the city's legacy isn't just about products. It's about the ambition, the bravery of its people.
So you might be wondering, where did all that industrial wealth end up? Well, it didn't just vanish. It got poured right back into the city, creating these cultural cornerstones that, as we're about to see, are more alive today than ever. Okay, check this out. The Akron Civic Theatre. It was built in 1929, right at the peak of the rubber boom, so it's a perfect symbol of that prosperity. But this place, it's more than just a gorgeous building. It's a real historical treasure. Get this, it's one of only five of these atmospheric theaters left in the entire country. So, atmospheric, what does that even mean? Honestly, it's pure magic. The idea from the architect John Eberson was to make you feel like you're sitting in this incredible, exotic courtyard at night. The ceiling is a starry sky with clouds that actually move, all while you're sitting comfortably inside. How cool is that?
And don't for a second think this is just some old relic people look at. No way. Thanks to some big recent expansions, the Civic is now this bustling complex. It hosts over 500 events a year. That's not a relic. That is living, breathing history. Of course, that rubber money also built some serious personal empires. Stan Hywet Hall is the perfect example. It was the estate of Goodyear's co-founder F.A. Seiberling. I'm talking a 65-room Tudor mansion that's now this incredible public garden and museum for everyone to enjoy. All right, we've covered culture for the soul. Now let's talk about culture for the stomach. Because a city's identity is absolutely in its food, right? And Akron's food scene? Well, it's the perfect mix of old school and brand new. And this really shows you the two sides of Akron's flavor coin. On one hand, you've got Swenson's. We're talking a classic drive-in that's been around since 1934, where the car hops literally sprint to your car. It's awesome. Then on the other hand, you have a place like Saki, an award-winning spot for healthy, totally customizable Mediterranean bowls. You've got tradition and innovation sharing the same block. But if you want to find the most unique taste of Akron, the one thing that's truly its own, you gotta talk about Barberton chicken. This isn't just fried chicken. It's a hyper-local specialty with deep Serbian roots and some very, very strict rules. See, the secret is all in the process, and it is absolutely non-negotiable.
It has to be fresh, never frozen chicken. And the cooking method? Deep fried in 100% pure lard. That's what gives it that crazy crispy crust. And the sides? They are always the same. Fresh cut fries, a vinegar-based coleslaw, and this unique Serbian rice dish they call hot rice. It's literally a tradition you can taste.
So that's the history, the culture, the food. But where does all of this leave Akron today? Well, let's talk about the city's next chapter. And this one is being written by science, by healthcare, and by nature.
This chart really paints the picture of the shift, doesn't it? Rubber isn't the only game in town anymore, not by a long shot. Instead, all that expertise in rubber, it evolved into a global hub for polymer research, the science behind rubber, and plastics. And now, that shares the stage with huge healthcare and education sectors, a super vibrant art scene, and of course, amazing access to green space.
And that last part, the green space, that's a huge deal. I mean, Akron is woven right into Ohio's only national park, the Cuyahoga Valley. It gives people this incredible natural playground right in their backyard. Talk about a quality of life advantage that is tough to beat.
So when you put it all together, what do you get? You get a city that has just masterfully reinvented itself. It took its industrial past and turned it into scientific leadership. It kept its cultural gems polished and shining, and it totally embraced its natural assets. It still honors beloved traditions like the soapbox derby, all while keeping its eyes fixed firmly on the future.
And that really brings us to the big takeaway here. How does a city honor its history without getting trapped by it? Akron's story gives us a pretty compelling answer. It shows us it's not about erasing the past, not at all. It's about using that past as the foundation to build something new, something that can last. And, it kind of leaves us with a question to think about for our own hometowns, doesn't it?